So what we do to list the possible zeros is you need the factors of the first coefficient, 8. 1, 2, 4, and 8 are the factors. And the factors of the constant, 1, 2, 4. Now these are your P's and these are your Q's, and it's P over Q, listing all the possible zeros. These could be plus or minus, and we're just going to put one of those in front and then list all of these. We take the P divided by the Q. So I'm going to take 1 into each of these. 1 goes into 1 once, into 2 2 times, into 4 4 times. Now I divide by the 2. So 1 divided by 2 is 1/2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, which I already have. And 4 divided by 2 is 2, which I already have. Now I'll go to 4. 1 divided by 4 is 1/4. 2 divided by 4 is 1/2, I already have. 4 divided by 4 is 1, I already have. Now I'll divide by the 8. 1 divided by 8 is 1/8. 2 divided by 8 is 1/4. 4 divided by 8 is 1/2. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, double that, 12 possible rational zeros to this polynomial. How I'm going to find out if they are rational zeros is I'm going to start doing dividing by x minus one of these zeros. So you end up just starting and trying. So I'm going to start with 1, I have 8, negative 26, negative 27, 11, and 4. Write down my 8, 8, and that'll be negative 18, negative 18 will be negative 45, negative 45, negative 34, it's not going to work. So now I'm going to try negative 1. 8, negative 26, negative 27, 11, and 4. Bring down my 8. Negative 8 is negative 1 times 8, negative 8. It would be negative 34. That would make it a positive 34 when I take it times negative 1. Negative 27, positive 34, 7. 7 times negative 1 is negative 7. 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. Now I have found one of the zeros. Negative 1 is a 0. Now I can start with this reduced polynomial, 8, negative 34, 7, and 4. So this would be x cubed squared, x, and a constant. So I'm going to try my polynomials again. These keep getting, this is smaller than this. I'm going to try 1/2. So bring down the 8. Half of 8 is 4. Adding, I'll get negative 30. Half of negative 30 would be negative 15. Adding, I'll get negative 8. Half of negative 8 is negative 4. And I've got a 0. So 1/2 is another 0. Now I take, this is 8x squared. So it would be 8x squared minus 30x minus 8. And that equals 0. I'm going to see if I can factor it. First thing I'm going to do is take a 2 out. And that will give me 4x squared minus 15x minus 4 equals 0. And now I'm going to try to factor that. Because my 15 in the middle is bigger, quite, bigger than these, I'm going to go the extremes. I'm going to do 4x and 1x. Signs have to be different. How about 1 and 4? 1x and 16x. If it was negative 16x and positive 1, that would give me my negative 15. And x here would equal negative 1/4. And x would equal 4. So, finding all the real and imaginary zeros, all the real zeros, are negative 1, 1/2, negative 1/4, and 4. These would be the 4 zeros. And notice I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I had x to the 4th. I really truthfully expected 4 answers. Let's do this again. This is an x cubed. Listing all the possible zeros first. The factors of 2 are 1 and 2. The factors of 6 are 1, 2, 3, and 6. It's always plus or minus, and then we'll do the list. We take 1 into all of these factors. So 1 divided by 1, 2 divided by 1, 3 divided by 1, 6 divided by 1. Now I divide by 2. So 1 divided by 2 is 1/2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 3 divided by 2 is 3/2. And 6 divided by 2 is 3, which I already have. So I have these possible rational zeros. Now I need to start checking them. I usually start with 1. That doesn't seem too far-fetched here. 2x cubed, 11x squared, 7x, negative 7x, and negative 6 as my constant. Bring down the 2. 2 times 1 is 2. Adding those, I will get 13. 1 times 13 is 13. Adding, I'll get 6. 6 times 1 is 6. And I've got a 0. So I have one of my zeros of the polynomial. Now, since this is just 3 terms, it means it's 2x squared plus 13x plus 6 equals 0, and I'll see if I can factor that. 2x and x. How about these signs need to both be positive? How about 1 and 6? 1x and 12x would give me 13x. So x is negative 1/2 and x is negative 6. Notice these are here, negative 1/2, negative 6. They're in that list of rational zeros. So my rational zeros are 1, negative 1/2, and negative 6. I really like the fact that that very first thing I tried worked. I'll warn you, that does not always happen.